You guys, we need to have a serious conversation about Taylor Swift, because not only is she dominating the headlines with her new album announcement, she's also got everyone wondering if she just quietly served up one of the most pointed friendship breakup songs in her career. And yes, I'm talking about the whispers that this could be about Blake Lively, a woman who has been in Taylor's tight-knit circle for years. So let's break this down properly. The rumors, the podcast, the album, the song titles, the drama, and how Taylor managed to feed the internet for an entire week with just one appearance. First, Taylor's New Heights podcast appearance with Travis Kelce was a massive deal. This is a woman who almost never does interviews, and here she was on her boyfriend's show, being candid, charming, and low-key, revealing a bunch of things that Swifties will be dissecting until 2030. This wasn't a quick chat either. She opened up, laughed, and gave us details we usually only get in carefully written liner notes. Within hours, the episode racked up over 5.6 million views. The show's official account even tweeted about breaking the internet because so many people tried to tune in at once. And then, the big reveal. Taylor dropped the title of her 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl. She showed the cover art, revealed the track list, and immediately set the fandom into full-blown analysis mode. The vibe? Glamorous, decadent, and just a little bit mysterious. The aesthetic leans into an orange-gold color palette, a big departure from the dusty blues and grays of Folklore or the deep purples of Midnights. It's loud, it's theatrical, and it's giving offstage confessions. The track list alone had fans spiraling. You've got titles like The Fate of Ophelia, Elizabeth Taylor, Opalite, Actually Romantic, and Honey. There's even a Sabrina Carpenter duet on the title track. But the two songs that had everyone's eyebrows shooting up were track 6, Ruin the Friendship, and track 10, Cancelled. Fans immediately started stitching together theories. Could these be connected to Blake Lively, especially given the timing of their rumored falling out? Taylor and Blake's history runs deep. Blake directed the video for I Bet You Think About Me. Her daughter's voice is literally featured in the intro to Gorgeous, and the two have spent countless birthdays, holidays, and girls' nights together. They've been photographed on double dates with Ryan Reynolds, gushed about each other in interviews, and seemed, at least until recently, unshakable. Which is why a song called Ruin the Friendship is, well, eyebrow-raising. On the podcast, Taylor gave some context that might either debunk or deepen the theory, depending on how much you like to read between the lines. She explained that the songs on The Life of a Showgirl were written during the 2024 European leg of the Eras Tour. She said she wanted the album to capture her offstage life. The emotions, the situations, the private moments, not just the spectacle of performing.
And the reason I wanted to have it sort of like an offstage moment as the main album cover is because this album isn't really about what happened to me on stage. It's about what I was going through offstage. So it's like I didn't want to have like the lights are bright, I'm on the stage as the main album cover. It's just this to me tells more of what the actual contents lyrically of the album are.
She described the track list as deliberate and unchangeable. You couldn't remove a single song without breaking the album's flow.
I wanted the album to feel the way my life felt, and this completely matches the way that my life has felt. And I also wanted it to be just every single song is on this album for hundreds of reasons, and you couldn't take one out and it be the same album. You couldn't add one and it's just right.
Here's where things get tricky for the rumor mill. The so-called Blake drama didn't explode until March 2025, months after the tour ended. Which means, if Taylor's telling the truth about when these songs were written, Ruin the Friendship would predate any public falling out. Still, you know Taylor, she's a master of writing songs that take on new meanings as life moves on. Even if it wasn't written about Blake originally, fans believe releasing it now could be a deliberate choice. Now, for anyone who somehow missed the whole Blake Lively mess, in late 2024, Blake started catching heat over her promotion of the film It Ends With Us. Then, in December, the New York Times published a piece detailing her harassment complaint against co-star and director Justin Baldoni. She accused him of creating a toxic on-set environment, making inappropriate comments, and crossing boundaries. Justin hit back with a jaw-dropping $400 million defamation countersuit against Blake, Ryan Reynolds, and their publicist, claiming they were trying to tank his career. Enter Taylor. Justin's legal team subpoenaed her, claiming Blake had leveraged her friendship with Taylor to pressure him into accepting script rewrites. They even dug up a text where Blake allegedly called Taylor and Ryan her dragons, who protect her in conflicts. Taylor's team quickly shut it down, clarifying her only involvement with the film was licensing My Tears Ricochet, something 19 other artists did for the soundtrack. She had no say in casting, writing, or production. But then it got messier. Justin's side claimed they were told Blake had threatened to leak 10 years of private text between her and Taylor unless Taylor publicly supported her. The alleged source for this information? Taylor's own dad, Scott Swift. According to reports, he gave this to Justin's team as part of a deal to get the subpoena dropped, not because he was siding with Justin, but because he didn't want Taylor dragged into the legal circus any longer. The court eventually threw out those allegations as inadmissible, but by then the damage was done. Fans had heard enough to believe something had gone very wrong between the two women. By spring 2025, their public interactions had all but vanished. No Instagram likes, no shoutouts, nothing. So when Ruin the Friendship popped up on the track list, it felt like the ultimate Easter egg. And Cancelled being just 4 songs later, almost too perfect. Of course, we won't truly know until the lyrics drop. And even then, Taylor might keep it vague enough for plausible deniability. Some fans even think it could be about Karlie Kloss, given their own famously messy fallout years ago. Adding fuel to the fire, during the podcast, Taylor shared a thought about how she handles negativity. She said, "I can be in a headline and be in the story and still not be a part of it. People can be out here doing too much. Doesn't mean I have to do a damn thing." It was classic Swift shade. You don't name names, but you give the audience enough to connect the dots. Swifties immediately linked it back to the Blake-Justin situation.
It's at a point where, like, something can be about me, like my name can be in the actual headline, and it can still be none of my business. Okay? People can be out here, people might be out here doing too much.
Just shaking ass.
Doesn't mean I have to do a damn thing.
Yeah.
We live in such a social media moment.
Whether it's intentional or just perfect timing, Taylor knows how to create an era that's bigger than the music. The life of a showgirl is shaping up to be part confessional, part glam fest, and part masterclass in fan engagement. The album art shows her submerged in a golden orange bathtub, dripping in jewels, with an almost theatrical stillness, as if to say, this is what happens when the lights go down. And that's really the magic here. She doesn't have to confirm anything. The speculation fuels itself. If Ruin the Friendship is about Blake, it's a juicy peek behind the curtain. If it's not, it's still a track title so perfectly timed that it feels intentional. Either way, Taylor wins. So, what do you think? Is this about Blake Lively, Karlie Kloss, or maybe even someone entirely off the public radar? Drop your theories below. And if you're ready to dissect every lyric when the life of a showgirl drops, you know what to do. Subscribe, because this era is just getting started.